Are we the first ones to play for this phase? Oh. Good.
I don't know. I'm feeling fine.
No, we don't want to start on a low note.
Nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Teacher, it's happening again.
I got nothing. All right, let's get it.
Uplink successful. Target system detected. Take it.
I will be keeping.
I like this gun, but I want to reroll.
What is it?
This is the Deagle 357. I like it.
I got
but-
the 50.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Maybe I should have kept it. Reroll again. So second time. Oh, third time.
Uh-oh.
Eesh. I got the one Russian shotgun. Oh, okay, cool.
What, like the 2 gauge?
I forget what it's called, but
Is it the pump or the
do
brake?
It's the pump. Do we still have the rule where, like, if you get the same gun on a reroll, you reroll again or no? Yeah, why not? Just cause. Watch me get some shit gun. Hey, oh, not bad. I like this. I am ready.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty, good luck.
interfacing with system node. Hold this position. Analyzing system. Static encryption detected. Neutralize it. Encryption neutralized. Hold successful. Data extracted. 3 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
Banners. Are you commentating? Nobody can hear you. I'm not getting any commentaries audio. Sounds like we're coming through now, though. Am I coming through?
Yep, I figured it out.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Good luck. I'm gonna go back to work. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Hello and welcome back to First to Worst. I'm Spanners. I'll be your host for this run. And I'm Spanners still. Apparently now you all can't hear me. It shows you what I get for doing this on the fly solo for the first time. Much apologies for that, but we're just going to ignore that and move on. We do have Mac versus Chief today in Seed 3 in a head-to-head in the Wieners bracket. Mac and Chief have both finished their first holds. Chief has picked up a pair of Deagles, and Mac is about to enter his second hold in this light blue room. Looks like he was able to roll himself a TMP. No, that's not the TMP, that's the MP9. And questioning his life choices, and Mac has now entered his second hold. Sounds fairly annoyed at not being able to deal with the Saucigs as fast as he wants. Looks like Mac does have a nice cluster of hard encryptions he should be able to deal with pretty quick, if only he can get the lineup for that. Switching over to his MRAD, which should punch straight through the hard encryptions. Any second now they'll be coming in. The only question is, will that patrol come in at the same time? Taking down a couple, taking a few shots. Picking off the last one with the MP9. Definitely lost some time there. Not too happy about that one, but we'll deal with it and we'll move on. Now we have our set of 3 Saucigs coming through. Jumping all over the place. Mac is definitely... This is one of the dangers of this room, is the Saucigs can get lost occasionally, which definitely eats up some score for you. And his swarms are in. The first one's down quick, second one's down smooth, and Mac has now cleared this hold. Definitely lost some points there on the hardens, but nothing too bad overall. Both our contestants moving through. Diggery is still hunting around for sausages. I'm not sure what his strategy is here besides just kind of having fun. Then again, it's hard not to have fun with double deagles. Mac going toe-to-toe with his next supply point. He has the option to roll a bolt-action rifle. That should be pretty good to roll potentially a free sight for his MP9. Rolling ammunition. Didn't seem like he was too happy with what was there. I didn't quite catch it myself. He's just moving on. Looks like Diggery might... No, yeah. Diggery is now entering hold 2. So let's see what he gets up to for his. Mac not too happy about some of his rolls. I didn't quite catch what that was. Chief was able to pick up a UMP 9mm, which is cleaning up the sausages pretty nicely along with his deagles. Chief definitely taking the action movie stance here in this room. His hardened encryptions should be coming up right about now. He's ignoring them in favor of cleaning up the sausages. Probably a good play. Unloading into that first one. Bad angle. He had to reposition to get it. And then the last two just fell in line. Now he's going to have to deal with his swarm encryptions. Don't play with your deagles, kids. You'll go blind. Bullying the patrols as they come into the room. It looks like Mac has entered hold 3 as well. So we have both our contestants in their holds. The swarms should be coming up for Diggery any second. And Mac is holding off the shield sausages with his MRAD, taking a nice aggressive position high up on the stairs. The hardens are up for Mac. And the swarms are up for Chief. Cleaning them up. There's one, there's two. Gotta look around for the third one. It's over your head. It's always over your head. And Chief is through his hold. So let's have a look at what Mac is up to. He cleared out the hardened encryptions pretty quick. That's what slide bolting can do for you if you're good at it. And now he has a bit of a leisurely run as we wait for the last set of swarm encryptions to pop in. And there are the swarms for Mac, switching to the MP9, cleaning it up one quickly, rushing to the other ones to get a better shot. There's two, and there's three. A smooth clear, a nice ricochet for that last swarm. Mac is pretty happy about that. Always make sure to clean up your mags. And now we are waiting for a first set of recursive encryptions to come in. That MRAD definitely carrying Mac all the way through this run so far. It shows you some of the power that slide bolters can bring to bear. I'm not a slide bolter myself. I prefer quick bolting, but definitely the slide bolters can get a distinct advantage with the right rifle. Meanwhile, Chief is just bullying the sausages in the supply rooms, sneaking up on them with deagles. The recursives are up for Mac, switched over to the MP9 to take out the first one, trying to snipe the second one, not quite getting those shots. And the last one got an awkward angle, and we're through. So Mac is through hold 3 now. And Chief is still playing with the Sausages. He was able to roll an SV98 during this run so far. Cleaning up the patrols that are in the point very nicely with the Desert Eagle. Definitely making lots of friends. Chief Diggery truly being a bully here, throwing magazine after magazine, throwing his gun at the Sausage. That's just mean. I don't know how to feel about that. That was just mean. Chief, you should sit there and just consider your life choices. How did you get to this point? Meanwhile, Mac is speeding through the hallways, hunting down his Sausages, and Chief has entered hold 3 now. Chief having a little bit of trouble dealing with that shield Sausage as they come up the stairs. But no trouble now. Dealing with our second pair, and the Hardens are up. Choosing to deal with the exchange shots with a shield. Switching to his UMP to clean up. Now we're back to some tracking issues on his end a little bit. Back to the SV98. Taking some careful shots for what is turning out to be a fairly slow clear. Dropped his magazine. Such is the danger of slide bolting, you can drop the magazine, and we cleaned up the last 3 Hardens very smoothly. That was definitely a slow clear on Chief's side, though. Cost him a lot of points there. I do see on the other side that Mac was able to roll the G36 with the big drums. He's probably pretty happy about that. Chief, on the other hand, making do with his Deagles and his UMP as we're dealing with a pair of Sausages coming in from the top of the stairs now, sliding down the ladder. And the swarms are up for Chief, switching to the UMP for a quick clear on the first one, and the second one, and the third one. That was a very quick clear for Chief. Definitely made up some points there. And it'll be interesting to see how Chief is going to be able to deal with the recursive encryptions. With the UMP, he should be able to do it pretty nicely. He's got a nice sight on there. If you switch it down to semi-auto and pick your shots, it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but we'll see what happens. Mac, meanwhile, has entered hold 4. And now both of them are going head-to-head in different hold rooms. Mac facing down the long stretch of blue hallway, facing utterly no resistance with his newly acquired G36. And the recursives are up for Chief, picking his shots carefully, having to clean up a couple Sausages. And got a bit of an awkward angle for that last one, but he made it through. And so now we're just left with Mac, who's just taken the sight off of his G36, which is an interesting decision, I would say. I think Mac already cleared his recursive encryptions. I didn't even see him go through on that end. Rushing down to where we are introduced into the new bane of Blue Hallway. And that is, of course, the ladder. Since Sausigs really take their time climbing up ladders now, they can take a very long time to enter the room, which, if you're trying to go for fast skills and fast score, that's not a great thing. Now the stealths are up for Mac, getting the first couple pretty quick, having to rush into the far corner to surprise the last one, and that's our stealths gone. Looks like Chief was able to roll the ACR Sport with the yellow sight. That is objectively the best sight in the game. Mac, meanwhile, being introduced to the first set of breacher Sausigs that come in. Cleaning up with the G36, no problem whatsoever. And there he pops up over the ladder. Mac taking a kind of a ping-pong approach to clearing this room, starting at one end and then running over to the other to clean up what's left. We'll see, it looks like he has agile encryptions that are going to spawn in on opposite ends, which is somewhat unlucky. He'll have to deal with one and then quickly run back over to deal with the others. And there they are, quickly having a little firefight and hosing down the first one, then switching to these last two back here, and that was a fairly quick agile clear on Mac's side. And there's our first taste of Blue Hallway. Now both of our contestants going through their supply points. Chief rolling ammunition for his ACR. Looks like he has 20 rounders, which should be plenty. Mac rolling what looks like armor piercing for his G36. I suppose he already has some because he didn't take it. Quick hosing down T hallway. Chief, meanwhile, is sneaking up on the Sausigs in his blue hallway, getting ready to start hold 4. And Chief has entered hold 4. Hanging out by that ladder, waiting for his friend to join him. Any second now. There he is. That was brutal. Goodness gracious. And the recursives are up for Chief. The first one is down quick, just turning around to deal with the second two. And that was a very smooth clear for Chief. Much better than the recursives he had in the last hold. Of course, we have our first taste of what could be speed meat. 3 Sausigs from 3 entrances, coming in almost as fast as you can kill them. Chief is taking a fairly defensive position here, where he has a nice long sight line down the hallway, and he can still see this back door with the ladder, trying to bait the Sausig from around the corner. We saw those little chunks out. We know we got him. Charging forward to deal with these friends who just came in. And now our stealths should be about to pop in any second now. We'll deal with this wave. And the stealths are up. Turning around, taking a nice long sight line. 1, 2, 3. Being very precise, trying to power through it. Oh boy. It took a few extra seconds there, but we got through the stealths. Mac, meanwhile, is in hold 5. Having lots of fun bouncing around, playing with the scouts that come in. Looks like he was able to pick up a laser sight for his G36. Mac having utterly no trouble dealing with the enemies that are entering into his domain. The stealths are up for Mac, dealing with the first hallway quickly, the second hallway fast. Just got to hunt down that last one. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, he's lost the last one. I don't know where it is either. There it is. Lost a few seconds there. That last stealth encryption can be very frustrating to hunt down. Chief, meanwhile, has his agiles come in, trying to pick them off one at a time. There's the first one, doing a quick reload. And there's a second one, and a third one. That was smooth on Chief's side, and he's done with hold 4. Mac, meanwhile, is in the speed meet phase, and his agiles are about to pop in just a little bit. Just bouncing all over the room, trying to keep as much control as he can. And the agiles are up for Mac. The first couple are down quick, and there's a last one. And that was a very smooth clear for agiles for Mac. All he has left is the regenerative encryption and the set of heavily armored breacher saucigs that are coming in. That MRAD he switched back to, utterly destroying them. Looks like he was able to roll API for the MRAD at some point, and that is just absolutely chewing up the face masks, doing lots of damage. He's just grooving. He's in his element. He knows that as soon as that regenerative pops up, it's his. Any second now, that regenerative encryption will pop in. There it is. That's a nice little cluster of legs by his feet. And Mac has finished his run. Looks like he has a fairly decent score there. We'll have to check back with him later as we now watch Chief finish his run. Looks like Chief has the option to spawn in a machine gun. He should absolutely do that. Just playing with a little patrol that came across him in the supply point. Chief, please, you must roll the machine gun. He walked past it. He walked away from it. Surely that means he's just going to check out his other supply point. Chief, there's nothing good for you here. You must roll the machine gun. I will be very unhappy if you skip that. The people want the machine gun, Chief. And as if he heard everyone crying out in horror, he rolls the shorty M4 with big magazines. That's definitely a step up in firepower from the ACR, but man, compared to all those other things that he could have gotten, I know we are all hoping for a minigun there. Absolutely shreds the saucigs apart still, though. Accuracy by volume is still effective. Spraying him down like a garden hose. Now we're back to our other supply point. Looks like he has the option to roll maybe a power-up. He's rolling a sight, another sight. I guess that other one he thought was too short. I do like this sight. What's he going to do with the other one? Looks like he's going to hang on to it for now. taking a leisurely walk around the hallways to another supply point. I'm going to try and roll ammunition. Let's see what we got. I think that was FMJ. I think he has armor piercing in this other magazine, so I think we are about to have a nice party of loading magazines. Chat, I hope you have your snacks and your popcorn, because we're going to be here for a little bit as we refill this entire magazine with armor piercing. And trying not to wake up the neighbors, as it sounds like some angry sausages are coming to investigate the noise. There are many sausages, but he just absolutely tore through them, one shot after the next. And now he can refill his magazine in peace. Click, 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 click. 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 This is the most exciting portion of any take and hold run, is refilling the magazines. We could be maybe halfway there. Tedious or not, the armor-piercing rounds out of the shorty barrel will definitely help out in the last hold. Chief is starting to question his life choices. He's emptying the magazine again. Did he spawn lock it? And now we're filling it back up with tracers. We've woken up the neighbors again. Just watching Diggery play with his magazines as another patrol comes to investigate the noise. Looks like he decided to put the last few rounds in the magazine to be tracers, and then fill up the rest with armor piercing so that he has a visual indicator as to when he's running out of ammunition in the magazine. Unfortunately, that does mean we have to start the process of filling the magazine all over again. If anyone needs to go use the bathroom or get a drink of water, now would be the time. Oh, looks like the magazine is full now. And now we should be ready to rock and roll our way over to hold 5. There's our last patrol. And looks like we're not going right into hold 5. We're picking up our ACR now that we left in the other supply point. Looks like we're going to hang on to that just in case. Surely we won't need it, though. But just in case we do need something extra, we got it. And now Chief has entered hold 5. Fumbling with the mag a little bit, but otherwise getting ready to hose down any sausage that dares enter this room. And the stealths come in fairly quickly on hold 5, so right about now they should pop in. Right about now they should pop in, he said. There they are. There's the first 3 cleared out fast. There's another one. There's a couple down this hall. He did walk underneath one right in the junction. It's right over his head. Oh boy, there it is. One minor hiccup to an otherwise clear and clean encryption set. Moving on. We have our speed meet phase now. And this is where the volume is really going to come in handy. There's plenty of ammunition to go around, that's for certain. And the high rate of fire coming out of the M4 will certainly help out with hunting down the agile encryptions. Chief is not having much trouble at all keeping total control of this room. The sheer amount of firepower he has access to at this point is not to be trifled with. Looks like he has a couple of agiles that will come in down this hallway, one in the center. Oh, there are the agiles. Missed the first one, having to hunt that down a little bit. Chasing down that one quickly. And the last three are in a cluster here. Taking a couple hits. And we had plenty of ammo to finish off the others. Finally, we have our last wave, which will culminate with the regenerative encryption. In the meantime, we have our breacher boys to play with, but with a drum full of armor-piercing 5.56, not going to be an issue. So this is going to be a casual walk in the park compared to the entire rest of the run, I would say. Oh, there was a grenade that flew there. You gotta watch out for that. We have seen a couple of runners die to those. Oh no, don't go that way. Kaboom. Hunting down our last legs, and Chief has now finished his hold as well. So, our runners are both finished. Let us check in with them and see what's going on. Both of you have now completed your runs. How are the two of you feeling?
Feeling all right.
Feeling all right?
Not bad.
How about you, Chief? You were having a lot of fun with those deagles.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know it. Okay, so I need to now record your scores. Could both of you please look at the scoreboard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Chief, would you mind getting a little closer? You as well, Mac? Okay. Let me plug that in. I'm juggling a few things in the background here. Don't mind me. Truly, truly, truly don't.
Oh, I will.
I'm minding you.
No.
Oh.
Okay, both of you ran standard spawn lock.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mac, since you finish your run first, I will read your score first.
Okay.
Before the modifier, Mac has a base score of 195, 190. With the standard spawn lock multiplier, gives you a final score of 204,949.5. Chief, you have a base score of 190,980. With the standard spawn lock multiplier, gives you a final score of 200,529. So, Mac, you are going to the next phase of Wieners. And, Chief, I'm afraid you are going to the goulash. Fear not, you still have another shot to fight your way back out and claim vengeance. So it's not over yet. Truly. So, with those scores recorded, you may commence trash talk while we open the floor up to some questions from chat, if they have any.
I had dual Desert Eagles. What did you do?
Well.
Oh
I
yeah,
pretty
not
much-
that.
I had not Desert Eagles. I just ran Sniper SMG and I got the fucking G36 and I hate that gun. I can't stand it, bro. I hate it.
You were
I got
putting those
Desert
deagles
Eagle.
to work.
Desert Eagle,
some bolt action I didn't use, another Desert Eagle, a UMP, a Sport ACR, and then an M4A1 shorty with a drum mag.
We have a request from chat for Chief to please load the snail drum again.
Say what?
We have a request from chat for you to load the drum again.
Oh, I had one. Okay.
In the meantime,
Oh, sorry. You go.
both of you had some pretty rough hardened encryptions, I will say. How do you guys feel about those?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they weren't great on my end, but I don't know. I feel like I had a decent mix of like, I'd get some encryptions like really fast, and then I'd have other ones that just like sucked.
Both
So
of
it
you
was a
definitely had
decent
a spread of encryptions that went really well, and others that were just, ugh.
Yeah, it was a little inconsistent on my end.
I had some of my worst heavy encryptions.
Oof.
I didn't use my Deagle, and the UMP can't get it.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm not seeing any further questions from chat. So, do either of you have any final questions, comments, concerns, soliloquies, insults, or other trash talk?
I don't know. I mean, I think there was one cool thing that I tried that I haven't seen people do yet. Is sniping on, what is it, hold 5. But also like, I don't know.
I would have bought the anti-material rifle if I didn't get the A1 shorty.
Yeah.
And I absolutely have owned that point with the anti-material.
We were definitely screaming at our screens when we saw you walk away from that machine gun roll the first time.
What roll?
The machine gun roll.
Oh, well, you need to know your options before you make a purchase.
Yeah, but some rolls are mandatory. Well, with that, we're going to get out of here. That's a wrap. Mac and Chief, thank you for the run. And chat, thanks for watching. Anyone catching the VOD later, thank you for watching. And we will see you all next time. Farewell.